Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And if you're just seeing my pretty face for the first time, you are welcome. My name is Ami. I talk about everything immigration and studying abroad. Please subscribe to my channel if you love content that have to do with immigration, and also share my videos with your friends and your loved ones. Please support this channel by giving it a massive thumbs up so that YouTube can recommend it to others, and keep watching.
Hello guys, you're welcome to Immigrate with Ami. Today we want to speak about an opportunity that is currently open in Finland. Finland is one of our focus countries because of the opportunities that are currently available in Finland, and for the fact that the government is currently supporting the growth of the international community in Finland. Okay, now one thing that you need to understand about Finland is that the educational system in Finland boasts to be some of the best in the world. There are at least 14,000 international students currently studying in Finland, and 9 universities in Finland are ranked among the top universities in the world. Again, you might also want to know that if you apply for a study program in Finland, you can also get an extension of your residence, and in that period of time, you are actually able to find a job and then either extend your stay in Finland, or you can make arrangement to apply for the Finnish permanent residence if you have a full-time permanent job offer in Finland. The thing is that the deadline for the application for this opportunity is September 14, so you don't really have so much time, and it would be good if you can just take out some time to listen to this video so that you can already kickstart your application after this video. We'll be speaking about the application for higher education in Finland. They have an application phase or an application cycle that is currently open. So it opened on September 4 and it's going to close on September 14. And under this particular application phase, you can apply with one single application to 6 different study programs across different higher institutions in Finland. Okay. The second thing about this application system is the fact that it's free. So you are not going to be paying any application fee for you to submit your application. Don't forget you can apply to up to 6 study programs, and you'll be considered for those 6 study programs across different levels of study. So if you are interested in a bachelor's program, you can apply to 6 bachelor's programs. If you are interested in a master's program or in a doctoral program, you can apply to up to 6 different programs, okay, without having to pay any application fee. The second thing that is interesting about this application system is the fact that you can either choose to attach the supporting document to your application at the same time that you are submitting the application, or you will actually be given a deadline even after you have submitted your application, within which you can now get the supporting document and attach them in the application system. Okay, so guys, we are talking about the central application system in Finland that allows you to actually explore lifelong learning in Finland, choose the institutions you are interested in, choose the study programs you are interested in, and then submit a single application to cover up to 6 different study programs. Okay, so we're talking about the Studyinfo platform, which is like the Finnish government central application system for higher institution in Finland. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how you can fill in the application. In fact, I will be doing like a walkthrough. So I've done like a sample application, and I'll be walking you through that sample application just to show you how you should fill the application and what information you should put where. Okay, and then apart from that, I will also be showing you the list of the higher institutions from which you can choose from for this current application phase. So it's not all study programs or not all courses are eligible for this particular study phase. I'm going to be showing you the list of the higher institutions, and I'll be showing you how you can filter by the programs that you are actually interested in. Another good thing about this central application system called Studyinfo is the fact that they have programs that are actually taught in English. So bachelor's programs taught in English, master's programs taught in English and PhD programs taught in English as well. So this is the homepage of Studyinfo, where you can actually navigate to whatever you want to do. Either you want to find courses, programs, and educational institutions, you want to find instructions on how to fill the application, or you want to actually navigate to the application system where you can submit your own application. Okay, so let's start from the instructions that are available for you to fill in the application. So here you will find the information on how to fill the application form under the joint application to higher education. So this particular page gives you all of the information, all of the guidance that you need to fill the application. So you can see here it gives you instructions on how to access the application form, the fact that you don't need to register, so you don't need to create a user, unlike most university portals where you would need to create like a sign up with a username and a password. This is like a blank form where you just put in your information, you attach the necessary document, and then you submit your information. Okay, so you don't need to register, you don't need to pre-register on this platform. Here also on this application page, you cannot create draft. So once you start the application, you have to just finish it at once. Okay, now the good thing is that if you don't have your document available for for attachment, you can still submit your application and then attach the document at a later date, at least within the allowed deadline. Now, each document that you would want to attach have their own separate attachment deadline, so you need to take note of that. Okay, so they also have application options section, which allows you to select different study programs that you are interested in, and you can select up to 6, and you will be actually assessed for those 6 different study options. Okay, you also need to put in your personal details, you need to agree to the permissions, you need to fill in your educational background, and then depending on the school you are applying to, or depending on the school you have chosen, or the study programs that you have chosen, there might be some additional questions that you might need to answer, and I'll show you guys in the application. Okay, and then finally you will have the opportunity to upload your attachment, okay, within the allowed deadlines for each of the documents that you need to upload. And then you can find here some tips for attachments. So basically the file format, how to name the attachment, and then other useful information. Now, before you submit the application, okay, you will be able to preview your application, and the form has an automatic notification to let you know if there are sections that you have not filled in correctly. Okay, so basically this is just like the guide. Okay, now the thing is, we will put all of these useful links in the video description, and you can actually open this to do your own independent research, to read through all of the guidelines before you attempt submitting an application. The second thing I want to highlight is that before you submit your application, you need to also check what programs are available and which schools are open for application. The application phase for the autumn 2023 is currently open for people who are interested in starting their studies in January, February 2024. Okay, so the application phase is open now until September 14, 2023. All right. Now, this is the page where you can find eligible study programs that you can apply for. Don't forget, you can choose up to 6. Okay. But in this page, you can find a complete list of all educational programs across different educational institutions in Finland, regardless of the level of study. So either bachelor's, master's, or PhD programs, you will find them here. The good thing about this page also is the fact that on the left hand side, there are several filters that you can apply. Okay, so depending on what you are interested in. So if you are interested, for example, in a master's degree, you are interested in a doctoral degree, you are interested in a bachelor's degree, you can filter from the left hand side. Okay, now the left hand side has more filters. For example, you can also filter by the language of instruction for the programs you are interested in. So you only want to see, for example, programs that are offered in English language. You just check the box there basically, As you can see here, I've already checked for English taught programs. Another thing that you want to check here is the field of study that you're interested in. So for example, if I want to apply for a master's program taught in English, okay, in the area of, for example, engineering, manufacturing, and construction only, all I have to do is to just check the box. If I want all master's programs, then I will just leave all the boxes unchecked so that it gives me the options, and then I can select from the list what I am actually interested in. Again, you also want to check when the studies will start. You can see that at the moment, most of the programs that are actually open for application are for programs that will start in spring 2024, which is January, February 2024, which is actually a good one. Okay, if you are interested in the ones that will, start at a later date, perhaps you might need to wait until when the application is open. So let's go over to the application form. So guys, this is the application page for the joint application to Higher Education Autumn 2023. Okay, the application is currently open, as you can see here, from September 4 to September 14, 2023. So we are right in the middle of the application period. In this application page, you will also find all of the useful guidelines that can help you in actually applying to the program you are interested in. Okay, so at the top of the page, you can see here at the point of submission, you can edit the options that you have filled in previously. You can also click on this preview to see how your application form looks like if all the information have been correctly inputted in the application. And then in the end, when you have done the preview, then you can click on submit application. Now, directly under this submit application, if there are some of your answers or some sections that you have not filled in correctly, you will be able to see an automatic notification on where you need to check your answer. So according to this information now, there are 3 things that I need to check and be sure it's correct before I submit my application. Okay, so let's go through the application just to show you how it looks like. It's a very simple form. Make sure you read all of the instructions at the top of the application form. For example, how you fill the form, or if you are interested in the autumn joint application form, questions or problems, if you want to read more information on how to add study programs to your application, and so on and so forth. Okay, so the first thing you would need to do is to add study program. Okay, now I've already added these 2, all right, but if I want to add more, all right, all I have to do is to pick the programs I'm interested in from this particular list. Okay, now the good thing is, instead of going through all of the programs that are open, you can put in some keywords in this box and it will display to you options that has those keywords included. So that will help you to easily find study programs that you might be interested in. Okay, so in my own case, I just put master because I'm interested in master's programs. I've gone through the list of master's programs that are currently open and I've selected these 2. Now I can select up to 6, so it depends on what you want. So I've selected these 2 programs. Okay, so that's the first thing that you need to do to select the study programs. If you want to select more from the list, all you have to do is to just click on add beside any of the study programs that you are interested in, up to 6. Then you come to the place where you put in your personal information. So your full name, which is like your name, okay, your proper name, and then your surname as well. Your nationality. If you have a Finnish personal identity code, you have to answer the question. In this case, I have put no. And then you also have to fill in your date of birth, your gender, your place and country of birth. So for example, you can just type, for example, Lagos, Nigeria. Your passport number, if you want to add your national ID number as well, but I don't think it's relevant since most of the applications, the only ID document you would need to show is your passport. Okay, of course, you will need to put in your email address because all of the correspondence regarding the application will be sent via email. Okay, and then in fact the link to access your own application, if you want to still attach document after the application has been submitted, will also be sent to your email. So make sure that you fill in the email address correctly. Okay, of course they will also need your mobile number, your country of residence, your address, your postal code, your city and country, your native language. Okay. Of course, you would need to agree to the, you will need to agree to their terms and conditions as well. Okay. The contact language that they will use to communicate with you, there are 3 options there. Okay. Either in Finnish, in Swedish, or in English. So here they want you to give some information about your educational background. So there are several options that you can choose from. As you can see here, I've chosen, for example, I completed a bachelor's or a master's or a doctoral degree from outside Finland. Of course, you need to put the year that you completed the program. For example, if imagine that I completed a bachelor's degree in Nigeria 2020, I will just put 2020 as my year of completion. As you are going along in the application, okay, based on some certain answers that you provide, you will be able to actually see what you need to upload. So for example, I have studied outside of Finland, bachelor's degree. You would see here that I need to attach my transcript of record. So it's automatic. So once I check the fact that I completed university education outside of Finland in 2020, this option then drops down for me to upload my transcript of record. Again, in addition to that, I will also need to upload my degree certificate as well. Okay, so that is 2 attachments that I need to upload. Now, if I have them handy, I can directly upload them here. Or if I don't have them with me, I can still submit the application and then come back to my application to attach the document before the deadline. Now, you can see here beside this attachment, for example, the deadline that I have to actually attach my degree certificate is September 21, even though this application will close on September 14. Okay, so that is one of the benefits. So in case you are running out of time, you can still submit your application and then gather the required attachment at a later date and submit it in the application. You would need to provide information about your previous studies. So I studied bachelor's in mathematics. I put the name of the school, the country where I completed the study. If I have more than one educational background that I want to submit, so imagine that I'm applying for a master's degree and maybe I had, for example, I studied in a polytechnic and a university previously, or I want to apply for a doctoral program and I already have a bachelor's and a master's. You can have the option to attach more than one previous education. So this is for my bachelor's. If I want to add another one, all I have to do is to click on this add, okay? And then I will fill in the information for the second past education that I want to include, okay? Then of course, there are other questions that you would need to answer here. So the kind of residence that you have, if you have one. If you don't have anyone, you just have to click I do not have any of the above if you're a foreigner that is applying to come to Finland for study. So since you don't have anyone, they would need a copy of your passport or identity card, and you can also upload it here. Again, this has a deadline of September 21. So meaning if you are running out of time, you can submit your application without attaching it, and then you can attach it at a later date before September 21. It's possible that you might need to attach the same document in more than one place. For example, here they've asked for a copy of your passport, but if you go below again, you would see that you need to also attach the same copy of your passport. Okay, so it's possible that more than one section of the application form requires you to actually attach the same document. Okay, so just go through the application form. Okay, for example, have you taken the SAT? You could just check your option that no, you haven't taken the SAT. And what is your previous education based on which you're applying for the master's school? So you can just say that other eligible degree. Here they are talking about your work experience. So they need you to answer some questions regarding your work experience. For example, if you have worked 2 years or more after you completed your studies, or if you have work experience that is actually less than 2 years. Okay, so basically you have to select the option that applies to you. Now again, under this work experience, they need you to attach your work certificate. Okay, and you also have up till September 21 to attach that. All right, so basically this is the end of the application form. You can see here that you don't actually need to create an account. All you have to do is to put in all your information, and once you are done, you can preview your application, and after the preview, you'll be able to submit your application. So lastly, they have a frequently asked questions page where you can find answers to questions you might have regarding applying to a school in Finland, regarding scholarships, regarding tuition, and every other thing. So you need answers to questions under application. Just click on application. You want to find out about the document that you can attach to your application. You click on certificate attachment and document. You want to find out general questions and answers about admissions. You click on that. For example, you want to find out about enrollment. You click on enrollment. You want to find out about tuition fees. You click on tuition fees. So all of these different topics have their own questions and answers in this page and the relevant answers to guide you in your application. Okay, so guys, we wanted to drop this quickly here. This is the central application system for those who want to apply to a higher institution in Finland. The application is currently open for those who want to start their studies in spring 2024. Okay, and it's open from September 4 to September 14. So within this period, you can go to this application page, submit your application, attach your document either at the same time that you're applying or after you have submitted your application, and you can apply for up to 6 programs. It's free to apply, so you are not paying any fees, you are not losing anything. In fact, you are opening yourself to a lot of opportunities for permanent residency, for you to actually, relocate and live with your family in Finland. Okay, so guys, make sure you check the description box where the links are actually available. Make sure you read all of the guidelines before attempting to submit your application. But most importantly, make sure you apply before the deadline of September 14. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Have a lovely day.